Past midnight, the city was drowned in silence. Only the sound of the old grandfather clock in the town hall broke the stillness, its chime echoing through the empty streets. A man in his 30s named Sam walked alone, holding a small flashlight in his hand. His face was pale and his eyes were red with exhaustion. He was looking for his brother who had mysteriously disappeared. Everyone who had entered this old neighborhood had never come back. The deeper Sam moved into the narrow alleys, the more he began to hear a voice calling his name. It was a familiar voice, yet it sounded distorted as if from far away. Then he heard a noise behind him, a sudden darting shadow that seemed to come out of nowhere. Sam froze, his heart racing wildly. He turned slowly to face the sound and saw a pair of eyes staring at him from the darkness. At that moment, he heard a whisper, a voice so close to his ear that it sent shivers down his spine. "Sam, what are you doing here?" The voice was his brother's. Startled, Sam took a step back. "Michael, is that you? Where are you?" No reply. Only the sound of his own voice echoed in the narrow alley. Refusing to back down, Sam continued his search. The old wooden door loomed ahead, its paint peeling and hanging off its hinges. As he pushed it open, he found himself in a dark, musty room. The air was heavy and stagnant, making it hard to breathe. With his flashlight, he saw a huge mirror on the far wall, its surface covered in dust. When he looked into the mirror, he saw his own shadow, distorted and grotesque, a mockery of himself. But then the shadow did something that made him gasp in horror. It smiled, a wide, toothy grin that spread from ear to ear. But Sam wasn't smiling. He stared back at his reflection, his face pale and his eyes wide with fear. What was this place? Why was his shadow smiling when he wasn't? And where was his brother? Suddenly, the grandfather clock chimed again, its sound echoing through the empty streets. Sam jumped, startled by the noise. He turned and ran, stumbling out of the room and into the darkness, his flashlight clattering to the ground and shattering into a million pieces. As he ran, he could hear the sound of his own footsteps and his ragged breathing. He didn't dare look back, didn't want to see that grotesque, smiling shadow again. And so he ran, desperate to escape the nightmarish old neighborhood, praying that he would never hear that distorted voice calling his name again.